In this video, you will be shown how to process your T&E in Workday. This is your travel expense form. You should still use it when processing your T&E in Workday because this form allows you to consolidate all your information and organize it in the best way possible. Also, it gives you the ability to put all your mileage and itemize it, and it calculates it for you. This will be very important when you're looking to enter this into Workday. When you're in Workday, you will be on your home screen. Right here on the top left, there will be a search box. You want to click in that search box. Now that T&E form that we was just looking at is known as an expense report within Workday. So when you're looking to process your T&E, you'll be doing it in here now. You need to create, so type the first few letters of each word, expense report, and then you will see your options become available to you. We're going to create an expense report. This is the T&E in computer form, okay? So for benefit of instructions, we're going to always be creating a new expense report. You can copy a previous expense report, but you want to be careful because you need to make sure that you don't leave items there that were there previously without erasing them from your new submission. So usually always go with the new expense report until you're very familiar with the system. Okay, you want to make sure that the expense report date is correct. As you can see, it's defaulting to the date in which I'm processing this, which is right. It's defaulting to the company with which I am assigned as a user in the system, and it's already also defaulting to my cost center. Cost center equals program within Workday. So once you've done this here, it's very simple. You just can click OK. When you click OK, it will take you to page number 2, and this is where you will do everything you need to do within your travel and expenses. Let me show you a few items in here. First thing you want to do, and you have to do, although there's no red asterisk, it is a required field. You must always come in here and just select this. It says travel and entertainment, business purpose. You must do that. Secondly, you will notice to the right-hand side here, reimbursement payment type. This is coming up as direct deposit here. What this means is that on your employee profile in HR or in payroll, you've selected to have your paychecks come to you via direct deposit. So this is defaulting based on your profile in payroll and HR. So that is going to be automatic for you. Here's where we begin to work. Now, this is each line from your travel and expense form. Okay, so here you go. So as you can see on this form here, let's look at it really quickly. We have 3 lines of mileage, and then we have 1, 2, 3 purchases. The third of the purchases is split with some taxes on it. So let's handle these one by one within Workday and enter them accordingly. So let's first do the mileage. So the very first line is right here, ready for you to go. What's the expense item? The expense item, if you put travel, it's going to give you a list of different travel options. This is mileage, so I'm going to select mileage. Quantity, well, how many miles did I do? I traveled 42 miles, so let's just put 42 here. And they want to know per unit amount, that would be this here. So we get paid 0.58 per mile, so you want to put that there. And you just click out, 2436, ties out 2436. You need to put a memo there, travel to programs. So this is what I was saying earlier. It's good to have this sheet here filled out with it being itemized. So when you come into Workday, you can just put in one full amount for your mileage only. Okay, so you have the 142 miles line in here for the total amount, as opposed to entering it 3 different times for each mileage occurrence. Okay, then you need to come we'll look at it here. Once you've entered that, you need to upload your attachment. So you would come in and you would find that there, and you would upload your attachment to that line. Then you need to enter each one of these. So this is already entered. We need to go to these three. So when you come here, you need to click Add. Add will open up a new line. Notice it's now empty. Here's the other line I put in. You can always go back to it. There it is. It's gray. That's how you know you're on that one. You click on the white one. That's turned gray, and now these boxes are empty. So you know this is your new line that you're entering into the system. Again, defaulting to my cost centers within the system. Okay, so then I want to enter this parking. Okay, so the expense item is you can probably type in parking. I'm going to type in travel, and I'm going to select parking. You could have typed in parking if you like. My parking receipt was $35. So you just leave the quantity as 1, and it's just $35 for each one. Okay. Type in here, your memo should be parking at program. Be more specific when you're typing this in. And there's nothing more you need to do with this except upload your attachment again, which would be the actual $35 receipt. Okay, so then we will have entered that $35 receipt. So the next entry we need to do is the Starbucks entry. The Starbucks entry is a $12 entry. Okay, now what I failed to mention earlier is you should be putting in a date for each of your receipts. So you can just click in here. I want to go back to mileage. I will leave mileage. You can put it to 7/7, which was the last one. And this parking was actually 7/8. So you can just go in. This is a good teaching moment to show you how you edit a particular line. So now those dates have changed. Now I'm ready to put in Starbucks. Starbucks is 7/9 purchase for $12. So I need to add another line here. Okay, and we know this is going to be 7/9. And Starbucks is going to be food, so we'll put that as meal. And there it is, meals, 1 Starbucks for $20. Excuse me, $12. And we'll put in here Starbucks, say why we're eating. Okay, and that will be all for there. Then you want to come in, select your file, you want to upload your receipt, the Starbucks receipt. Then we have one more line item. Let's look at that closely for a moment before we enter it. So the line item we have is Pete Supplies, and the total of that receipt is $756. Okay, $750 of it is office supplies, $6 of it is taxes, is what we'll say, okay? So we need to now take this and make this 2 line item entries within Workday, okay? Just like you see the 2 entries there on the page, it needs to be 2 entries here. So let's begin with that. So we add it, and we know Pete Supplies was from 7/10. So make that 7/10, and this is going to be a supply. Office supplies there, one at $750. And you can put in Pete's Supply if you want, or supplies for the building. You want to upload Pete's Supplies invoice or receipt. And now you have to go in and you have to add another line. Again, 7/10. This expense is still the same. It's going to be the supplies, right? It's still an office supply, but it's going to be for the tax portion, because we still need to know where this taxes would have been charged if it were not taxes. And we're saying it's just one for $6. Okay. making that Pete Supplies. But now we need to tell the system that it's tax and it's unallowable. Workday gives us the ability to select unallowable right here on this box. You can come in here and you can search through all of the unallawables. As you can see, there's quite a few. We've actually got a nice list of the different types of unallowable costs associated with our nonprofit. And this particular one will be a sales tax. We will just grab that sales tax. Again, you want to come here, you want to update, you want to upload the receipt. Why does this keep going on? Okay. At this point, you will have completely entered everything and finished. And when you look at your total on your T&E, 827.36 ties out to the 827.36 in your expense report. At this point, having uploaded all your receipts and filled out all of the required fields, you are ready to submit this for approval. You click submit, it moves on to your supervisor for approval. That concludes how to enter travel and expenses in Workday.